Hello, all you purveyors of Yule, all ye Christmas reindeer who celebrate Jesus and his second coming, and, well, I don't even know. I don't even know how it all works. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Christmas, Llama, everyone.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Yay.
Kwanzaa.
This is Adam from the Blown to Bits podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is where we're going to talk about all things nerdy, and I am joined by...
Ryan.
And Charlie.
Santa Claus, otherwise known as Amma.
Adam, I wish you could see Amma right now. She's got a full-blown beard. She's joined the club.
Oh, wow.
She's got a Santa costume on.
Is it bigger than Charlie's beard?
It's bigger than everyone's beard put together.
The biggest beard at the table.
That's crazy.
She's the closest thing to a gender-neutral Santa Claus we have right now.
Exactly.
So I tried to pull some funny stuff for this episode from the Facebook group. I posted this thing in there. I was like, hey, everyone, tell me about your worst Christmas story or blah, blah, blah. And nothing. Like, everybody just liked the post and was just like, nah.
I figured I was just going to save it for tonight.
I was going to say, me and Charlie are the two that liked it, and then Dustin.
Yeah, and
so Dustin, we're calling you out.
Yeah, Dustin.
And he's an admin. I was like, I need admins to help the conversation keep going.
We need to get Dustin over here. He only lives...
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know where
he lives
he lives.
2 blocks away. Oh, no. I told everyone to put their phones on silent, and I forgot to.
It's not Dustin, is it? No.
Nope.
That would have been
genius.
Perfect.
That would have been really funny.
Before we start, on the holiday spirit, I want to do a giveaway. I'm feeling generous. It's Christmas time for giving.
'Tis the season.
So I'm going to be giving away a $20 gift card to either PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam. Your choice, as long as I can just send you a code. All you have to do is... be subscribed to our YouTube or leave a review on iTunes if that's what you're listening to. And basically just share the podcast on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag #BlownToBitsPC. That way I know who actually shared it.
Sounds fair.
Woo.
And you have a very good chance of winning, considering that half the subscribers of our YouTube is sitting at this table.
And I take it we're not eligible to win.
I'm afraid not.
Damn.
I should have just excused myself. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to be on this episode. I'm
Not
going
today. But yeah, subscribe and share with the hashtag what?
Blown to Bits PC.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, I feel like I need to get it just because of that.
You're one step closer, at least.
You can do a lot with $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Especially on
Killing
Steam.
Floor 2 on PS4. That's a
Right.
great game under $20.
Yeah. Or,
Yeah.
we've gotten crazy about Risk of Rain. I'm sure that's under a
That's like $6, $7 usually.
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
still have 2 copies of that on Steam to give away, but nobody seems to want it.
Wow.
So if you want it, just leave a comment. I'll give it to you.
You can get Wizard of Legend on Steam. That's a really good game. It's on PS4 as well, I believe now.
I believe so.
There's Journey by that game company.
Mm-hmm.
One of Charlie and I's favorite games of all time.
So pretty.
I still haven't played it.
Mm.
Is it on PS4?
Mhm.
Well, I recently just got a PS4, so therefore.
Hell yeah.
That should
I
be
know
like
what
the
I'm gonna
first.
do.
That was the first game I bought on PS4. Was Journey.
That was pretty much, I think that was like one of the first games that I ever stayed awake to actually play it the night of its release. I was so excited about it.
I was so disappointed when that game company announced their new game and it was a mobile game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of companies that have been doing that shit lately.
I bit the bullet and I signed up for the wait list on the new Tony Hawk game because it's not on Android yet. But I'm gonna give mobile games a shot because I love me some Hawk.
You heard it here first, folks.
I watched some videos and did we lose them?
I don't know. Maybe.
Uh-oh.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, we lost you for a second.
It kind of cut out. I just figured you were still talking, so I just let you keep going.
Oh, I
That
get a
worked
little
out all right.
bleep in my ear when someone disconnects. But yeah, I watched the footage of the new Tony Hawk game on mobile, and it looks like straight up like the first game.
That's interesting.
And the way it works and stuff.
So the graphics aren't any better than the first game?
No, they're even for a mobile game, they're really crappy graphics.
Huh. That's weird because I had GTA Vice City on my phone, and it looked better than the original, and it played pretty well. I was actually surprised, but I mean, even when I played Vice City in the first place, like all I did was ride around and listen to cool music.
That soundtrack on that game was great.
Dude, there's mobile games that will fucking drop your jaw. There's one right now. It's free. You can download it. You have to have a pretty good phone to play it. It's called Shadowgun Legends, and it is literally a Destiny 2 clone on your phone. I'm not even shitting you. Like it's a little more on the comedic side than Destiny is, but you can do everything that you can play co-op. You can do PvP. There's dungeons. There's raids. There's everything, and it's a full-on first-person shooter. And it looks phenomenal.
See, I can't do first-person shooters without thumbsticks.
I can't do it usually, but this one has really good solutions to that problem where instead of having to like move your thumb and like shoot, like tap a shoot button, whenever you put the gun's reticle over an enemy, it will auto fire.
Huh. So that sounds
I've seen a few
interesting.
games do that before.
Yeah, and
Sounds interesting.
It works really, really well. So
Fortnite on mobile does that.
Oh yeah.
I downloaded the Fortnite on mobile just to try it out, and it was like an auto shoot when you're pointing at them.
Which is actually, it's pretty impressive looking on mobile, not going to lie.
Yeah. I played 2 matches and was like the first to die and then deleted it.
Yeah, I'm not a big Fortnite fan either. I feel you on that one. But you should definitely check out Shadowgun. It even has controller support, so you can hook up any sort of Bluetooth controller or those controller mounts. I used to use an Xbox One controller because I had a little controller mount for my Xbox One controller that would hold my phone, and I used to play it with that.
Why would you just not play an Xbox?
Because I'm laying in my bed. I didn't have any other, option at that point. My wife was really pregnant, and I was staying next to her.
I mean, I would have pulled out a Switch.
I don't think I had a Switch at that point in time. We didn't get the Switch, until recently.
Read a book to my wife.
She did not want to speak.
Brush her hair. Lovingly stroke.
Have you met my wife?
Only in the virtual world.
She will kill you. She is no. She's not about that. Like, she likes to snuggle, don't get me wrong, and everything, but no, if you pander to her, you're dead.
That's not a good idea. Well, damn.
There goes the hot stone massage I was planning on giving her.
So, Charlie and Amma, y'all both said you were saving it for the podcast, like you had some kind of story, like an awful Christmas story. I'm kind of curious now because nobody commented on the Facebook one. What were you going to say?
I'll let the lady go first on this one.
I'm not a lady.
Oh yeah, sorry, gender neutral Santa.
You'll let it go first?
I'll let them go first.
Okay, so, well, I mean, it's not really like a terrible, but I mean, it's one of those where, we get together with family and I get to see my dad's side of the family and they're kind of far right versus
I can hear your beard.
Really? That's like the best thing ever.
It's good mics.
I was going to say that, and then, you know what? So people who are not watching me can tell I have a beard. Therefore, gender neutral Santa. So anyway, it always goes, and it was a great time, good time. At the end of the night, they brought up politics. And it's like me versus 6 other people, like, arguing. And it's like, that happens all the time, so I have to stop. I just don't do Christmas with them anymore. Because it's not like bad as in funny bad. It's just bad.
Yeah, it just gets really uncomfortable real quick.
Dude, yeah. I'm like, we had a great time tonight. And then it's like, oh, we're going to leave. Well, Bella, what about this? And I'm like, oh my God, let's not. And I try to stop it too, and they don't. They just keep going.
I don't even engage in those conversations when they pop up. I'm just like, yep, cool.
Yeah, well, Me and my dad are very similar in the sense that we do like to argue. Therefore, we will argue until one of us gives up.
No, you won't.
Don't start with me. Hi, I'm Santa. I know where you live. You're getting coal. Gender neutral coal.
Cool for everyone.
Dude, Target was selling single lumps of coal for $20.
20.
What?
Yeah. It was like came in like this little package that said like single lump of coal for one bad person, and it was $20.
Was it at least
Like
edible?
I even opened it up, and it was like just kind of that paper confetti that you get like in Easter baskets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I pulled that out, and then it was just a single lump of coal.
Hey, you know, we seem a little shocked and we might laugh at that, but how many people nowadays buy bottled water?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, do you remember that when bottled water first came out and I saw it in the store? I literally had to do a double take. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, is this real? And I was like, there's no way that's going to go anywhere. And look where we are now. Like,
Dude, my parents, they have a really nice brand new fridge with like the fancy filter and everything on it, and they still buy cases of bottled water.
why? Oh
I
my
think it's
god!
for like the mobility of it. They like keep it in their cars.
Right? But, I mean...
Like every time they come over, I'm throwing away like 2 bottles.
Just get like one of those nice Arctic cups. I have one of those. You can put ice water in it. It lasts all day.
That's what I have at work. I'll put ice in it, and it lasts till I get off.
Yeah, those things are amazing. Just have a reusable container rather than like stupid plastic all the damn time. Sheesh.
Hey, man,
She-show, B-show.
my mom watches this. Be nice.
All right. Well, I mean, maybe you could consider like reducing the amount of bottles that you use. I don't know. Perhaps.
Recycle.
Right. Speaking of being disrespectful to parents, my Christmas story actually has to do a little bit with some video games. I've never actually told my parents this either.
No!
So they don't watch as frequently as Ryan's parents do.
This is the litmus test to see if they pay attention.
Exactly, right? Skip and Sidna. You better check it. Anyways, it was basically like, I forget which Christmas it was, but it was like the first Christmas that my brother and I were starting to get a little bit mischievous, and we knew that Santa wasn't real at this point in time. So this
Wait,
was the
what?
My parents listen to this.
I mean, I'm sitting right next to you, Charlie.
So whenever my parents told me that they were giving me the presents, and they had been lying to me for the first formative years of my life, really broke me down. But anyways, my brother and I started looking for Christmas presents, and we found them. It was underneath our parents' like bathroom sink, like behind boxes, all sorts of stuff. We felt like both like overjoyed and like kind of like a big deep sense of regret, because like, oh my gosh, we're ruining this for ourselves. But it was the first PlayStation. And like before this, we only had like a Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Didn't even have a 64 or anything like that. So like we were like, oh my gosh, like we have Twisted Metal 2 as well as Croc, like that platform.
Legend of the Gobos.
Yes, those cute little furry bastards. Their voices still like bring a smile to my face. But it was just like, what do we do? Like, so we practiced like our reactions one night. Like, oh my god, I can't believe we got this. But we actually like spent like Christmas abroad. Not abroad, like internationally, but like in Virginia. That's
not abroad, Charlie.
this kind of Virginia is almost like a different country, because there was like an ostrich farm that we used to visit, and like all sorts of crazy stuff over there. Super rural as well, like not many people out there. But like we were visiting family over there, and like one of our Christmas presents was actually like the very first Need for Speed PlayStation game.
Yes.
And we're like, how are we gonna play this? We don't have a PlayStation.
You were just
And
kind
they're
of like,
"Well,
oh, that was so nice of you.
And you know
jerks."
your parents knew you were lying.
Perhaps. I don't know.
I have kids, and things that they say, I think, like, man, I don't know how I got away with that when I was their age, because kids are such bad liars. And I think parents just kind of choose to ignore it.
Right. All right, well, damn. That puts a new spin on my story, too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, they're listening right now, and they're like, "Oh, Charlie, we knew."
What a naive little boy you were.
What, Charles? What were you trying to do? Do they call you
But-
Charles?
No.
Charles Montgomery III.
That's my formal name. But no, like, I guess, like, it was just, like, one of the coolest Christmases because we knew we had a PlayStation, we didn't know exactly what to expect once we played it. And so, like, once Christmas rolled around and we gave, like, you know, our brilliant Oscar-worthy performances, like, we actually, like, sat down and it's like, this is so friggin' cool. Like, Twisted Metal is just, like, a step up from, like, you know, the Super Mario Kart that we were playing on Super Nintendo. So it's just, like...
Dude, when the
was
first
so much fun.
PlayStation came out, it was a real mindfuck what it was capable of at that time. That was one of the biggest monumental leaps in gaming graphics that I think the gaming industry has ever seen.
Twisted Metal was a great game to show off all the stuff that it could do.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Wasn't there was it an ice cream truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That-
Sweet Tooth. He was the clown.
That was the one that I always played as. I loved playing as the ice cream truck with machine guns and rockets.
I played the pink Cadillac Thumper.
Yeah, he was my
Yeah.
favorite.
He was super cool. My brother played the Spectre character, who was like the sports car kind of dude.
I think I played the cop.
Oh yeah, Outlaw.
That was like my
maybe?
favorite.
I don't know.
I'm really
I think
impressed
they
that
had
you
to
remember
take
all
him
these
out of
names.
the
I was
game.
gonna say, I'm like sitting there thinking like, you're like Thumper, and I'm like, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't forget about like you know the cover character Axel, whose like
Oh my
arms
God,
were like a
yes.
literal axle for these two giant wheels. It was just like, yeah, you guys are clever over there at Twisted Metal 2 headquarters.
I don't know. I remember seeing the PlayStation 1 when it hit in stores. I think I saw it at... No, it wasn't a Target. It was maybe a Kmart or something. But I remember seeing it in action like they had back when demo stations were a thing, you know. And they were playing Battle Arena Toshinden, and Jumping Flash was on there, and then there was also this game, I don't know if y'all remember this one, it's called Warhawk, where you're in a helicopter.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar, but I can't really remember it.
Oh, dude, that game was really, really impressive. But, I mean, for its time, just the fact that we were all still playing Super Nintendos, you know, and that came out, you know, that was a huge, huge deal.
Most definitely.
I was gonna say, my first memory of the PlayStation was actually A Christmas Story. I mean, we came in, and to this day, one of my favorite songs ever is "Flirtin' with Disaster" by Molly Hatchet, because it was the theme song for the NASCAR '98.
I had that
And
game. I had that game. And that was the first experience I had with that song, too.
Well, I remember because like we sat there and it
What
was
an
already
odd
playing.
choice.
No way, this song is totally great for NASCAR.
Can you sing it for me? I don't know it.
Flirting with disaster. Something like it was that twangy kind
like,
of thing.
I'm traveling down the road and I'm
Yeah.
flirting with disaster.
Okay, I mean that's all I needed
Yeah.
for a clip.
You gonna put that as your ringtone, Charlie?
Heads up, Instagram. That's gonna be on my story. Merry Christmas.
All five of you.
I got a pretty decent Instagram following. Not celebrity status, but you know, I've got over 600 posts or something.
I have an
Instagram's
account
weird.
that sits there. I've never used it.
I tag you all the time, Adam.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Just log in and like look at all like the hundreds of notifications you have now.
Dude, I haven't been on Instagram in probably like 4 or 5 years.
It's been a minute. That's all I use though. I don't like Facebook.
Right.
Well, Instagram's weird. Like, when I was in Florida, I tagged myself, and then, like, I had, like, 3 new people from Florida, like, following me, and I was like, what the Hello Kitty? I was like, I'm going to start putting myself as private. Like, y'all be weird. Like, just because I tagged myself at the beach in Florida doesn't mean that I'm friends with you.
Well, mine is just all pictures of my kids, so I keep it private and only add people that I know, like, in real life.
Well, mine are all cat pictures, so.
I'm still waiting for Nathan Fillion to request.
He's waiting for you. What are you talking about?
I already follow him.
Yeah, I know. He's so okay, just kind of keeping in the spirit. What is, and this is a hard question. This is a really, really fucking hard question that I came up with. What is the greatest Christmas video game of all time? And it doesn't have to be a game that is specifically just Christmas themed, you know, like the whole game is. It can be a game that had like a Christmas update or like a Christmas event.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, when you go to Christmas Town from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't know. For me, personally, I have to go with Christmas Nights. It was a whole second disc, like a whole different version of the game Nights into Dreams on the Sega Saturn. And the entire game was just decked out in fucking holiday bullshit. Like, it was just insane.
I remember Final Fantasy 14 Online always did some really fun Christmas events.
I was gonna say, the only thing I can ever think of is like an MMO, like Lord of the Rings Online. They do like their winter festival thing.
Right. I spent the week like trying to figure out like Christmas themed games or stuff with Christmas in it, just so we could talk about it. But there's really not a lot of Christmassy stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to think. I'm sure there was like, I don't know, like back in the day, like freeware and like shareware and like I'm sure there was like some Jazz Jackrabbits.
Yeah, I was about to say Jazz Jackrabbit had a Christmas version.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Duke Nukem, like the side-scrolling 2D Duke Nukem. I'm sure there was like stuff like that. But like I used to download like so much stuff on like my parents' like old Apple Macintosh that were just like
my
random.
grandpa's.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, this is our game that we released like 6 months ago, but we put Santa hats on everything now, so enjoy.
My grandpa, he had just like one of those containers just full of floppy disks that was just all games like Duke Nukem and Commander Keen and all those fun things.
The Secret of Monkey Island.
Yeah, Grim Fandango. All those. Oh man, those like Lucas Arts sides like adventure
Point
games.
and clicks.
Yeah, like Sam and Max and Full Throttle. And, like,
Those were kind of in the CD era because they had digital audio and stuff like that.
That's right. Yeah. Oh man, gosh.
But they were, and I believe there was actually a CD version of The Secret of Monkey Island that had full dialogue as well. I could be wrong.
I've only played the demo on 360 and I didn't care for it, so...
Oh, you didn't play the actual Secret of Monkey Island then. The old one was on floppy disks and it was like 2-dimensional or whatever. It wasn't that brand new, like cartoony looking one.
Right.
The old one was a lot better. It was really funny.
See, I didn't even know it was that old. The only time I ever
yeah.
heard of it was on 360.
You had like multiple floppy disks for this too, I believe. Like,
Yes.
Like you finished part 1 and it's just like, please insert disc 2. And it was so cool.
My favorite classic game was Descent.
Yes.
Did you ever play Descent?
I don't think I did.
You were a spaceship and you would go through a maze and there was like different aliens.
Yeah, it's
robots.
like different ships of sorts. It's basically like first person in a ship and you could just like turn in any direction. So you could get like really discombobulated in that game. Yeah. Super easy.
It was one of the first PC games that utilized full 3-dimensional graphics instead of like pixels and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I remember like getting excited about every single version that came out, and I think it was Descent Free Space that I lost interest.
Yeah,
because it wasn't the same.
Free Space was very different. Free Space was more of a multiplayer style game where you were supposed to play against other people online.
And I liked the single player, the maze aspect, because it took forever to figure it out.
You know, the original developers of Descent have their new spiritual successor out on Steam. You can get it.
It's on my wish list.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent. It doesn't look like the greatest game ever, but in my opinion, I think that Descent is prime. Like, it is the best game to be remade as a roguelike.
Oh, I could see that. Most definitely.
Yeah, the
Like-
game on Steam right now, I've got it on my wish list just for nostalgia reasons. But I would love to see a roguelike Descent.
I think that would be amazing. I mean, procedurally generated mazes, you know, enemies, that different abilities popping up. There is a game I own on Steam, Ryan, called Subdivision Zero, I believe is what it's called. And you would really like it. It is all the way through and through a Descent style game with, it's full 3D, but the characters look sort of like 3D pixel characters. And it is a roguelike. You're supposed to start at the beginning, get different items, try to make it through, see how far you can get. I'll send it to you, but it's something you would really enjoy. And it's on PS4 now as well, so.
Okay. Cool,
Neat.
cool. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Merry
Indeed.
Christmas.
Or a bah humbug. It just
Yeah.
depends on if you're a Scrooge or not.
Yeah, whatever you do, we wish you good tidings.
The best.
The best of the best. From Blown to Bits.
Yep.
And as always, you can find me on Twitter at Talleon. That's at TALLEEON. And where can you guys be found?
I can be found on Twitter at shunt_trip. Same moniker on SoundCloud if you want to check out my tunes.
I'm still in the hunker bunker.
I thought you were at the North Pole.
I'm at the hunker bunker in the North Pole.
Well, they are taking a break from all their present deliveries right now. So gracious to be here with us tonight.
Yeah. I want to thank Daniel.
Dan.
Wish him a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for being our Patreon. We do appreciate you.
You are the gift that keeps on giving.
Aw.
Yeah. On a monthly basis.
On a monthly basis, yeah. Exactly. Thank you.
He's our period.
But yeah, don't forget about the giveaway. Subscribe to our YouTube or leave a review on iTunes and share on Twitter. What's the hashtag?
Hashtag Blown to Bits PC. Right.
Word up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.